I don't know how much battery I have left on this. I'm hoping a lot. I was tagged by Ciara, oh God, what's her channel name? She's got, on Twitter she's Ciara Louise. I think she's Ciara Martin on YouTube. I honestly have forgotten. Honestly have forgotten. I can't believe I've forgotten. I was tagged by my friend Ciara on YouTube, not me, a different Ciara, to do the back to school tag. Now she's left school, but I haven't. Technically I have left school, I'm at college. I'm not at school anymore, I'm at college. Anywho, I'm at college. So she tagged me and thought I'd be great to do this tag, and so I'm gonna do it. But first of all, I need to find the questions. That would be sensible if I'd have already found those, considering my battery is literally flashing at me and telling me I need to charge this. Back to school tag. Found it. Found it, found it. Okay, so we're just gonna like scoop straight onto this video. I got back to school, college, God. It was my first day back today, so I can fill you in a little bit on some of the things. So the first question is, do you like school? I'm gonna split this into two, this question, and talk about my previous school and my college. So, essentially, I've done 2 rounds of A-levels. I'm not explaining it. I'm gonna leave weekly vlog number 2 link below where I explain everything because it's a long story. But I've done 2 rounds of A-levels and I've done 1 at a school and 1 at a college. And at school, I absolutely hated it. It was the worst thing. I did geography, history and psychology and I hated every single moment. I don't know why I stuck it out for 2 years, but I hated it. I really, really hated it. It was the worst thing for me to do. I was not happy. I was a little bit depressed. I had anxiety attacks central. I had therapy whilst I was at school, which I've never had therapy, and personally for me it doesn't work for me, but I had therapy because of how bad I was, and now I don't have any of that. So if we rephrase the question for do you like college, I would say I love it. It was the best decision. I'm gonna get emotional talking about this because I've like just started my final last day at college and I've absolutely loved every single second of last year, and I think I'm gonna love every single second of this year. I love it. It was such a stark difference from how my attitude towards college is than it was to school, because school, like, I was late every day for my final year at school. I missed 99.9% of my school assemblies. I hated it. And if I could by any chance be ill and get my mum to believe that I was ill, I would. I was actually genuinely ill quite a lot in my last year of A-levels. But if I could squeeze another day off somewhere, like say I had a migraine when really I just had a bit of a headache and some paracetamol would have killed it and I'd have been fine, I would have tried and got away with that, and 99.9% of the time I did. My mum was like, that's fine, don't go to school today. Whereas college, my attendance for last year was 100%. I think I missed 1 day of the entire year. So technically it's 99.99999, like, you know, it's ridiculous. But essentially my attendance was 100% last year. I missed 1 day of college. 1 full day, and the rest I was there for. And it just shows me like how much I love it. And it's funny because what I thought was happy before is not what actually happy is to me. Happy is where I am now. I'm really happy. And I don't want it to become a soppy video, but college has changed who I am and it's changed me into a better person, and I'm kind of getting back into the way that I was before my dad died when I was 9. I don't want this to become a sob story, but when I was 9, I kind of changed and I became not depressed, but I couldn't feel what happiness felt like, and I found it really hard to feel happy again. And I have found it hard, but when I went to college, it clicked. And I was like, I can feel happy again. This is kind of like where I'm supposed to be. Yes, I'm 19, it's been 10 years since my dad died, so that's probably, you know, had some impact on it as well, but yeah. College is amazing. I'm such a nerd for saying I love college as well, because some of my friends will be watching this like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I can't help who I am. I can't help who I am. I love college. I love learning, so college is amazing. What are you excited and or nervous for this year? I'm excited because I've just literally said I love college, so I love going and I'm excited every day. But what I'm nervous about is that this is my final year. Everything counts. Everything that I do counts. So I'm nervous because it's my final year, and I'm sad because it's my final year because I've loved it. I'm only at college for 2 years, but I have honestly loved it. And yeah, I'm nervous because everything counts, and it's like, you know, your final chance at doing exams properly and getting it right. So I'm nervous for that, but I'm honestly more excited than nervous because I'm excited that I've made some amazing friends and I'm seeing them all this year at college, that in my film class and everything. I've made some amazing friends in my film class. Hi Alice, if you're watching. So I'm excited for all of that. I'm excited to learn new things about the film industry and media. I do film, media and photography, by the way. I haven't said that this video, but yeah. I'm honestly excited to get started properly. Like, I've had my first day today, but I'm excited to actually properly start tomorrow. Like, honestly, I can't wait. What subjects are you taking? I've literally just said this. So I do A-levels, I'm doing 3 A-levels, I'm in my A2 year, so my final year. So that's film, media, photography. Last year I did AS-ICT, but I've dropped that. Not for any reason. I did like it, but it just wasn't what I want to do, and it's not where I want to go and things like that. So it just wasn't for me. What's your favourite subject? Last year, my favourite subject was film. No doubt about it. I think I'm still going to enjoy film, obviously. Oh, the next question is, what was your least favourite subject? My least favourite subject was media, and that's the subject I did the best in. I got an A in media and a B in film. But I am getting that remarked. We've sent that to be off to be remarked today because I am 1 mark off an A, and my teacher recalled the exam back and said, look, we're getting this remarked. This should have been an A. So film is my favourite. It probably will change over the course of the year because I'm so excited about the media course this year. Don't get me wrong, I love all of my subjects. I absolutely love all of my subjects. They are honestly amazing. I love them. But media last year and me just didn't click. I didn't like it as much. Probably because I didn't really have any friends in media last year. I didn't really click with anyone in media, whereas I did with film and photography and IT, I clicked with someone. Media I didn't, so that's probably like one of the reasons. That's better, putting my light on. There we go. Okay, back to the question. So yeah, I'm hoping that might change, that I actually do click with someone this year in media. I think I probably will, because we've all changed classes and everything, so I think it'll be fine. But I'm really looking forward to the media course this year. It looks so much fun and really good in comparison to last year. I didn't particularly enjoy last year's course for media, but this year it looks amazing, so yeah, it could possibly change. The film course looks interesting, but not as good as last year, so we'll see what my favourites are by the end of the year. I guarantee you they'll have changed. What's your schedule like? My schedule, my timetable is amazing. I love it. I love it because I have a car and I can come and go whenever I like. I only live 20 minutes away from my college. I don't live a million miles away. So actually for me, it's perfect. I have pretty much a busy day on Monday. Tuesdays I only have to come in for the morning. Wednesdays I only have to come in for an hour and a half last thing. Thursdays I only have to come in for the afternoon. And Friday I've only got an hour and a half first thing in the morning, and then I can come home. So I pretty much absolutely adore my schedule. I honestly have to apologise. I hope you don't notice anything, but my camera actually ran out of battery just there. So I've tried to make it exactly like it was before, but I've had to wait like 20 minutes to get at least 20 minutes charge in this so I can actually use it. Anyway, I can't remember where I was at, so I'm just gonna go the next question, which is question number 7. Do you like extracurricular activities? Oh no, sorry, do you do any? This year I'm actually not doing any because it's not compulsory at my college to do clubs. That's what we call it in the UK, we call it clubs. This is an American tag, so I'm gonna like translate it into English. I don't do any clubs this year. It's not compulsory. With A2s it's quite a lot to do a club as well, so I've decided not to. But in previous years, I've done loads of clubs. I've been a part of so many. When I was like really little, I was in the choir, I was in recorder club, I used to play the recorder, like every child did, I'm sure. Then in senior school, I was in orchestra, I was in the school choir. There wasn't a recorder club, otherwise I would have totally been a part of that. I also had a go at netball, rounders and volleyball. I was on the team at least once for all 3 of those sports. Yeah, volleyball once, netball once, and rounders once as well. I'm not the most sportiest of people. I hate sport, I hate running and all things like that. But I did do some like sport PE stuff, and I've played matches. I was awful, honestly. Like, I was the last person they asked to be in the team because I was really bad. But I still went, I still enjoyed it, I still took part, and I think that's the most important thing, isn't it? And then last year I did what was called the Libra enrichment. At college we call them enrichments, not clubs. At school it's clubs, and then at college it's enrichments. It's weird. But I did the Libra enrichment last year, which was where I had like a training session once a month to eventually go and work with children in Romania. I volunteered there for 2 weeks in Romania. I have a little like kind of travel vlog, not really, it's kind of like more of a montage of the fun parts and not the working with children parts, as we weren't allowed to like film or take photos of that. So yeah, that's kind of like the things I've done. I guess I still kind of do a extracurricular activity in a way, because every week I volunteer with Girl Guiding UK. I love what I do with the guides and brownies. So on a Tuesday I do guides from 7 till 8:30, and it's for 10 to 14-year-old girls. We do lots of different things. We obviously do like the normal traditional stuff like badges. We do outdoor cooking with them. We play lots of games. We eat food. We have a chat, you know, all of those kind of things. And then on a Friday I do brownies from 6:30 till 8. So they're both an hour and a half. So I do 3 hours worth of volunteering a week, but that doesn't include like any other meetings that we have, or like when we go on things like guide camp, we have to plan for all of that. We also have to actually go to those things, so it doesn't include any of that. What's your favourite thing about school? Oh, I'm gonna do my favourite thing about college. Yeah, favourite thing about college. Okay, my favourite thing about college is that I'm treated like an adult. I'm not treated like a child. And that's really important to me, because I treat you how you're going to treat me. So if you treat me badly, I'm going to treat you badly in return. If you treat me lovely, I'll treat you lovely in return. That's kind of, I mean, I am kind of like an overall nice person. If you really do something to mess me over or are really annoying, I'm going to be really annoying back. And at school, I felt like I was being treated like a child. And yes, I get that you're a child until you're 18. You're legally a child. But even when I turned 18, I still felt like I was treated like a child. You know, I understand you call everyone by your their second name at school. You know, like Miss Stone or Miss, I don't know, I'm trying to think of names. Smith, Miss Smith, you know, or Mrs. Smith or Mr. Smith, whatever. You know, I get that you call everyone by that. And I understand, oh, I just hit myself in the face. I understand that, I completely get it. But at 18 years old, I still had to raise my hand and ask if I could go to the toilet. But when you go to university, that is completely different, because it's completely up to you. If you want to go to the lecture, you go to the lecture, it's your choice. You know, it's not, no one, you know, nothing's gonna happen. It's your choice if you do it. Whereas at school, if you miss a lesson, the world breaks down. And at college, yes, you're supposed to go to every lesson, because technically you are supposed to be at college when you're 16 to 18 years old. And I'm nearly 20. Again, weekly vlog number 2 explains it all. And if you've been watching my weekly vlogs for the last year, you'll understand what's been going on. I like at college that I can call my teachers by their first name, and they call me by my first name. They treat me like an adult. I can leave the classroom whenever I like. I might just have to quickly, like, I'm just popping to the loo, or I'm just, you know, getting a drink or something like that. I mean, if you said I'm going for a fag or I'm going to get a burger from the cafe, that might be a little bit different. But if it's like going to the printer, so I'm just grabbing something from, you don't even have to say I'm grabbing something for the printer. Like last year in some of my lessons, I literally just walked out, and then 2 minutes later I'd be back in the room carrying some paper, or I'd have gone to the toilet or something, you know. Like one time, I ran out of printer credits. We've got to pay to print our stuff at college. We don't get it for free. And I ran out of printer credits, and I was in the middle of a lesson, and I was like, oh God. And I just left the room, went and got some more printer credits, came back, no one said anything. I know that it's difficult being at school. I understand that, and I get, you know, why they do things. It's supposed to be about safety and things like that. But the difference that I've had whilst I've been at college from school is just ridiculous. And we are, you know, I am at that age where I could be going off to university. I've chosen not to go to university, but I could be. And, you know, next year, I could be, well, I am going to be, hopefully, living on my own, you know, working, all of that, calling people by their first name, you know, doing work on my own terms, you know, all of that kind of thing. And what really annoys me is at school, you get treated so differently, and I don't like it. So I like that I'm being treated like an adult at college. I get that they are treating me like children in a sense, because every now and again you have parents' meetings still, parents' evening, so my mum has to go and see my lecturers. We call them lecturers as well, they're not even teachers. She has to go see my lecturers at least once or twice a year, and they email and they phone and all of that. So I am treated like a child to an extent, but because it's been like a complete difference from when I was, you know, at school, and I love it. So I guess that's my favourite thing. Tips on how to survive a boring lesson. Okay, so I have got tips from 2 years ago when I had boring lessons all the time. So right now, I'm at college, I'm loving life, none of my lessons are boring, I love all of them. I mean, obviously there's the occasional one that's pretty crap. 99% of the time, I'm engaged, I'm listening, I'm enjoying, I'm actually taking part as well. I'm actually talking in lessons, which is unlike me. So, what am I trying to say here? So when I was at my old school, I hated all my lessons. I was so bored, I was not engaged, I was, you know, like, sat there at the back like, ugh, what am I doing? Whereas now I'm sat at the front like, yes, lessons, let's do this. So how I used to do it was I either used to have my phone under the table, which is so obvious now. I've realised it's so obvious that you can see that I'm clearly on my phone and not looking at my book. I used to do that in French quite a lot in GCSE because I hated French. Then, you know, now my lecturers are really quite relaxed about having our phones on the table. So, not that we can use them, but you can kind of like slyly do something. If you like have your pencil case in front and do it, it's kind of okay. I think they know that you do it, but oh well. But what I do now, or what I have done, is I doodle. I am the world's worst doodler. I'm one of those people who needs to be active all the time when I'm doing stuff. Like, I move my hands a lot, I fidget an awful lot. Fidget spinners don't work for me, but fidget cubes, I haven't got it with me, it's actually upstairs. Fidget cubes, they are the best thing ever. They're basically like, they've got something on each side that you can fiddle with, and it can fit in your hand and you can be like doing this with it. That's really helped me concentrate in lessons, and that and doodling. When I've forgotten the fidget cube, which I do quite a lot at the moment, I haven't brought it with me for ages, I doodle. I literally sit there and doodle on my, like, on a spare bit of paper. Or if I'm allowed my laptop, I'll like sneakily write a blog post. I've done that. And then there was one lesson at my old school, it was in a psychology lesson. I actually edited a YouTube video in the lesson. I actually remember doing that, and I had like my friend at the time, we don't talk anymore, you know, treating me like how you want to be treated. Yeah. That didn't end well. Anyway, that video, that's not what this video is about. She was there watching and being like, oh wow, so you're gonna do this. And I was like, yeah, and I edited a video in a lesson. So if you've got your laptop up, you can do anything. There we go, confessions with Ciara. I edited a YouTube video in my psychology lesson. Sorry, Mr. Malik. What grade were you in when you first started wearing makeup to school? Now, we don't have grades, we have years. We have year groups. So I was in my first round of A-levels, I was in year 12. So that is junior year in America, junior year. I was 17, technically 16, but so nearly 17 when I first started wearing makeup. So I was a little bit late to the game, but when I started wearing makeup to school, I went full on. I was wearing like this face of makeup with eyeliner, mascara, eyeshadow, contour. I was wearing the shebang, like, and I've kind of like worn my makeup like this all the time now. So this is kind of the look I would go for when I was at school. I still wear this look now, I love it. It's kind of my style. Where do you like to go shopping for back to school supplies? This year I went to Wilko. I don't buy school supplies every year now. I'm kind of past that because it costs money all the time. I don't need a new pencil case every year. The pencil case I'm using this year, I'm actually using last year's pencil case. I only buy like a new pencil case when my pencil case is like torn to shreds, not quite torn to shreds, but you know what I mean. I'm using last year's. That was from WH Smith. I buy new folders every year though, so these ones this year are from Wilko. I buy a new planner every year, the one I've got from Amazon. So WH Smith, Wilko are kind of like my staple place. WH Smith really is my staple place, but I will go to Wilko because it's got really affordable stuff, and the folders there this year were amazing. And then I've also gone to places like Sainsbury's. Their folders are really good. Their plastic wallets, Polly Pocket, whatever you call them, are really cool too. They're really good. I go to wherever basically I like the stationery, and this year I love Wilko, so that's where I went this year. What are 3 non-beauty essentials you have to carry in your backpack? My 3 essentials are this bad boy, my laptop. Laptops are amazing because if you're bored in lessons, you can edit a YouTube video. No, you can write a blog post. Write a blog post is kind of like the max limit I go now. I can't believe, my psychology teacher was just so unobservant. Literally, I can't believe he didn't catch me. I honestly can't believe he didn't catch me. It's so funny now that I think back. I'd completely forgotten about that as well until this video. But yeah, laptops are great because if you're bored, especially at A-level when you've got like free periods and stuff, or study periods as they're supposed to be called, but when you've got frees, you can go onto Netflix, you can go on YouTube, you can write a blog post, you can edit a YouTube video, you can also write essays on your laptop. So for me, my #1 essential is my laptop. This doesn't, literally, I don't go anywhere without this anymore. Another thing, headphones. Oh my God, they saved my life. I have 2 pairs of headphones in my bag, earphones, not headphones. One for like a normal headphone jack, and then the other for my phone, because I've got the iPhone 7, so it's different. Those are 2 of my honest essentials, honestly. I could not live with, whenever I don't have either my laptop or my earphones at college, honestly is the worst day of the week. And I'm so bored and it drags. So laptop and earphones. My 3rd one, this is where I've actually had a look at these questions and I've thought about this. My 3rd one, I'm not saying pens or pencils or paper, because that's kind of what you need. That's not even like an essential, that's more than an essential. There's got to be another word that's better than essentials. That's like, I don't even know, but that's a necessity. You have to have that if you're at school. But trust me, there are so many people that don't have a pen at college, or even paper. Some of them don't even have a bag. Anyway, I'm not getting into that right now. That's another rant for another video. My phone charger, that's my last essential, because I can charge my laptop, can charge my bloody hell. I can charge my phone through my laptop if I've got the cable, and sometimes I do carry the plug, but not very often. And now that I have more frees, I'm on my phone much more. Yeah, my phone charger, that's my 3rd essential. What are your school related goals? Oh my God. To do well, I'd like to get 2 A's and a B, but I'd like a minimum of 1 A, but I'd really like 2 A's. I'd really like an A in media and film, as that's the thing I want to do with my life. I want to go make films. Okay, again, my battery died. So I apologise for losing my place, and it's going to sound really weird. But I remember I was on the question of what are your school related goals, and I was talking about the fact that I wanted to, my aim was 2 A's and a B, but I would be happy with an A and 2 B's. Other related goals would be to have fun. That is kind of like main goal #1. Don't take it too seriously. It is serious because it is like my A-levels and my final year of school or education or and stuff like that, but I want to have fun because it is my last year and I'm never going to do anything like this again. So I want to have fun with it. I don't want to just be boring, and I don't want to be boring. Leave it at that. I don't want to be boring. I want to have fun with it all. Because college and school is supposed to be fun. Whether we appreciate that at the age of 5 to 18 or 5 to 20 in my case, you know. It's supposed to be fun. So that's my main goal, have fun. What do you want to do when you graduate? Now technically, closing the laptop because this is going to be a long one. Technically, I am never going to graduate. The reason being is because when we leave school, we don't have a graduation. And because I've decided I don't want to go to university, I'm never going to officially graduate. I'm never going to wear the cap and gown. And I thought about this the other day when I was just reading over the questions and I was watching Ciara's video. I was a little bit saddened by the fact that I'm never going to graduate. I'm never going to have the cap and gown photo that my mum's got. I'm okay with that. I'm happy I'm not doing that because it's not being like everyone else. And with the job that I want to do, going to university or that kind of thing is a waste of time. You need to get straight in and get working. So university would just be a complete waste of money. I'd be wasting £9,000, or now, what is it, £9,250 or something like that? I can't remember how much it is, honestly. It's expensive. I just get to myself, and that's not even including living, can I just point out, and where I want to go would be London, and living is ridiculously expensive there. So I just get myself into loads of debt to come out nowhere with just a bit of paper saying, yeah, you're a filmmaker, well done, congratulations. Whereas I want to actually be a filmmaker. I'm ready to go into the working life and go and work. And I've always got the option of going to university, you know, later, because university doesn't have like an age on it. You can go whenever you like. So I would possibly do that. If I ever go to university, it will be as a mature student. It won't be as a, you know, as a ordinary student, I think. Because a mature student is after 25. So that's 5 years from now. I want to go and work. So I'm never going to graduate, but I'm going to take the question as, what would you like to do once you've left school? So once I've left school, I'd like to get my Disneyland Paris annual pass, and I'd like to have a couple of trips booked for the future. When I also leave, I'd like to hopefully get an apprenticeship with a company like the BBC or Channel 4 or any production company. If not an apprenticeship, a job with one of those companies or something similar, you know, I'd love a job. And I'd love a flat in London where I live on my own. I like being on my own. I'm currently home alone right now and it doesn't faze me at all. I love being on my own. It's my favorite. I like being on my own. I'm an only child. I love being on my own, and yeah, it's great. So that's kind of like my goal at the end of this year, at the end of like this school year, but it won't happen till like this time next year. So in a year's time, literally in a year's time. Oh my God. Wow, I didn't think about that. Okay, wow. And I'd also like to be saving up for a trip to America. Whether that's Los Angeles or Walt Disney World in Florida, I'd like to be planning a trip there. Whether that's by myself, with someone else, I don't know. But I'd like to be planning that and thinking, okay, I can afford that trip then. I'd really like to go to the next D23 conference or convention, not conference. And that's 2 years from now. So that's, well, it was in July, so July, August time, so 2019. I'd really like to go for that, but I don't know if I'd be able to afford it. So that's the goal. I'd also like to have gone to Summer in the City by the end of the school, like by this time next year. I'd like to have gone to Summer in the City. I really want to go next year. I just need someone to go with. So if anyone wants to go to Summer in the City with me, hit me up. I think I'm near the end of the questions. Let me just look. Oh, I was talking for so long, it's logged me out again. This is the last question. Okay, how do you balance friends, family, school, and your internet life? I guess I don't balance them because they're not equal. The most important thing out of friends, family, school, and internet life is my family. My family is the top thing. So I can combat that by the fact I live with my mum. And we have a really close relationship. We're so close. We are not just mother and daughter, we are the best of friends. We tell each other, well, I tell her everything. Whether she tells me everything, probably not, but I get told a lot of things. I'm always first to know about all her major life stuff. So I balance family life really well. I see my grandma at least once a week on a Tuesday. And especially when my mum's away, I see my grandma a lot more. I've seen her like 3 times this week, which has been lovely. Yeah, my grandma's like also very high up on that list. So I balance family life quite well. Or I make that a priority and I make time for that. Family over school and everything. That's a really long rant about that. So then school life probably comes next, even though I'd love that to be my internet life. But probably school life, college life, that's quite important to me too. I spend most of my time doing schoolwork, not gonna lie. And to balance like family life and school life together, sometimes mum and I will sit at the dining room table over there and we'll do work together. So mum will do her actual work and I'll do college work. I normally hate it because my mum likes to talk to herself quite a lot when she works, and I'm quite likely to talk to her because I love my mum. We'll talk to each other all the time. So it's kind of more distracting with my mum working, but I do it every now and again. Then friends and internet life. This is a difficult one, which order I would like put them in, because I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but I also love my internet life. I guess I balance friends by seeing them at college. This year is going to be a little bit more difficult because some of my college friends are actually going off to uni this week, so I'm not going to see them. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get to see them before they go, so that's really sad. I don't think I've got time to fit it in my schedule, and neither have they, because they're getting everything ready, and I've got college and stuff and other commitments. So yeah, trying to fit them in as well is going to be difficult. This year I'm going to have to make time to Skype them every now and again, or message them on Facebook, or phone calls, you know, write a letter. I actually want to start letter writing. I might actually write letters to them every now and again. I don't know, I need to think about it, but I'm going to have to work harder this year to balance my friends and school life and family life, and internet life, let's put that in there, because that's quite a big part of my life. Because they're moving away, I'm not going to see them at college every day, or most days, and so that's going to be difficult. That's the difficult thing, and I'm going to have to work that out this year. So I don't know how I'm going to balance friends. I balance internet life by putting it kind of at the bottom of the pile. It's kind of like one of the last things I do. If I've got time, I'll film a YouTube video. Vlogging comes quite naturally to me, so it doesn't like cause too much delay. I've never been late because I've been weekly vlogging or anything like that, or I don't let weekly vlogging and school or college like clash. So weekly vlogging is fine. It's more like this kind of videos that get in the way, where I'm like sat down talking to a camera, where I've got to spend like at least a minimum of an hour just sat filming and setting up and everything. And yeah, that's where like the internet life kind of goes all over the place, because I've got to find an hour in my life to sit down and film a video, and sometimes I'll film 2 videos at the same time, so I've got to find an hour and a half or 2 hours, because obviously I won't have to set up twice. I'll just have to set up the once and then sit and film. And I talk for England, as you can probably tell by this video. And then it's finding the time to edit. Finding the time to edit isn't as bad as finding the time to film, because I can edit whilst I'm upstairs, like not sleeping, but whilst everyone's sleeping, I can edit upstairs. But I can't film a video because I'm talking, and that's really weird to, you know, start talking to yourself when you're upstairs and people are trying to sleep, and it's kind of rude as well. But I balance it by, you know, putting it at the bottom of the pile. This is the least important thing in my list of things, which is really sad. I'd love it to be the most important, but I don't think it will be. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of the questions. That's all of them done. I've also been thinking about who I'm going to tag for this, because this is a tag video, and I was tagged by Ciara, so thank you very much, Ciara. But I've been thinking about who to tag, because all of my YouTube and blogging friends have left school. So filming this back to school tag when they're not actually going back to school might seem a little bit weird. But Ciara did it, but she's going off to university, so she can kind of do this. I don't know. I don't really know anyone going off to university that has a YouTube channel. I do know people going to university, but I don't know them with a YouTube channel. I mean, my friend Bethany does, but she's only ever uploaded 1 video. And does my friend Amit have? Bethany and Amit, if you are willing to do this, be my guest, do this. I might also tag my friend Louise. You would have seen her on the vlogs a couple of times at different blogging events. So Louise, if you'd like to do this as well, go for it. Louise Boddle, that is, not any other Louise. Hi, it's Ciara from the future here in editing. Just thought I'd let you know I'd also like to tag my friend Deborah from Dare Dweeble. I found out she had a YouTube channel as I'm editing this, so I'd like her to do it too. So Deb, if you're watching, do this tag. But if you fancy doing a back to school tag, whether you are at school, whether you're at university, go for it. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. I tag you. Anywho, my battery is flashing once again, so I kind of need to stop filming because this video is so long. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'd also really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button, because I'm at 440 subscribers as I currently film this on Monday. And this is I'm planning this going up on Wednesday at 6 PM. Planning. Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. You'll know by then. So we could have gone up a couple by then. But I'd really like to get to 450 soon, because that's just another like mini milestone. And then I'd like to get to 450, then 475, and then 500. That would be pretty cool. 500 has been like my goal. That's what I want. I want 500. And I'd be like so happy with that. So if you'd like to subscribe, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can see my face a minimum of once a week, but probably most likely twice, because yeah. I've also got a blog down there as well, which is all linked down there. Social media, linked down there. Go check all of that out and follow, like, subscribe, whatever you do for any of those social medias. I would very much appreciate that. And I shall see you very soon, like Sunday soon, with another video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye! Mwah.